So, alright, man, I've been wanting to do a video about this for forever, but I haven't really felt ready until now. What is magic? We have it everywhere in our culture, in our society, and it's not just a modern thing, it's been a part of life for forever. You know, back into caveman era, we've always had this phenomenon that is magic. So I felt like it'd be good if I gave my perspective. I wanted to give my perspective on this, my understanding of magic. So what is magic? For me, magic is intention, it's transformation, it's creation, it's the willing changing of one state to another. Whether it's ourselves, it's a situation, it's other people, it's the entire world. Magic is simply change, you know. Art is magic. Creation of all sorts. I mean, you could really make the argument that anything is art, everything is art, life is art. Because life, art, and magic are all about change, transformation, growth. And again, using willpower, using one's will to willingly change from one state to another. I've always been fascinated in this because what one person feels is magical and not able to be explained, if you will, is completely normal and natural to other people, I've observed. For me personally, when I've been at the most in tune with myself, I've seemed supernatural to other people. And the same goes for other people with me. When they've been most in tune with themselves, just doing their thing, being themselves, it boggles my mind, and it's just kind of like, what? And the way I comprehend it, understand it, is all of us have our own particular energies. You know, astrology denotes these energies in length. And so every single person has their own vibrations, their own frequencies, their own ways of being, which naturally makes us unique. Even twins, people born the exact same time, exact same place, and everything, are very different individuals, and they use their energies very differently. Again, that's where the willpower comes in. How are you going to use your Mercury in Cancer? How are you going to use your Mars in Virgo? And again, this isn't necessarily a conscious thing. If it is, awesome. Then the more in tune you are with yourself and your energies. But naturally, we've always been like this. Whether we can articulate it astrologically or not, we have our energies, we have our perspective. You know, you hear words, you watch this video from your perspective. I give this video from my perspective. Every single person has their own filter, you know? And it's not just a perception thing, I mean a filter for life. Our energies are absolutely particular and unique to us. And so I find that when somebody is in tune with their energies, for example, Mercury in Cancer, when Mercury in Cancer has overcome their challenges, just like every single placement, I've said multiple times in these videos, every single placement has their challenges to overcome to reach the highest form and to get the most out of that energy, to get the most fulfillment, you know, and satisfaction from just life itself. When somebody's deeply in tune with that, that particular example, Mercury in Cancer. Mercury in Cancer is incredibly intuitive. They're able to read people to a supernatural degree. And so when somebody, again, particular example, but this goes for everybody with their own particular energies, with Mercury in Cancer, once you overcome, Mercury in Cancer can be very shy, very worrying, and they can get in their, well, everyone gets in their own way. That's the challenge to overcome, is to get out of your own way, no matter what your energies are. But for that particular example, when Mercury in Cancer isn't so worried about what people think about them, about yada 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 yada, they are able to just access this whole other way of being, whole other breadth of being. They're able to, in that particular example, understand, like I was saying, people to a supernatural degree. And so for other people, for example, for me as a Mercury in Gemini, if I'm with a Mercury in Cancer person who's very in tune with themselves and very much in sync with themselves and with life, because ultimately, well, I'll get to that. If I meet that person, I'll be boggled because, you know what I mean? Say I'm having a bad day or something and I'm doing my best not to show it. That person, because they're so in tune, they're able to read me like a book and will say, you're not feeling so hot. It's because of this, 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 and this. And it's just like, you know, magic. It seems supernatural from my perspective. We've all had those times with other people, and in fact, multiple times. Even if we're not seeing it through the lens of magic, of being in tune, we have all had those times when somebody else is just like blowing our mind, you know, and everyday life. Maybe it doesn't happen in every day, but it happens just all around us, you know. And if that doesn't quite ring true, think of your favorite artists, your favorite historical figures. Think about how just supernatural they seemed, how magical. The way I break it down is really they're just in tune with their energies, you know? Does that make it any less special? No. If anything, it makes it more special because it makes you realize, holy shit, every single person has their own magical powers, if you will. Their own, if they get out of their own way, their own power to claim that is inborn, you know, that is natal. Again, astrology helps us understand these energies to get out of our own way, to understand our behavior, our just ourselves. But everyone can do it. Everybody should do it. That's the whole point of living, is to live, you know, is to be as in tune as possible with yourself, so that you just are happy, and to increase that happiness exponentially. So, what are we? We are all energetic beings. We are all beings that, although we have unique energies, we are all connected. And I'm not even just talking about human beings. I mean all living beings. You know, my dog over there. Hell, every single thing that exists. This metal, this plastic, the chair, the everything. And so when you become in tune with yourself, because of the unification of everything, of the ultimate whole of the universe, is one way of putting it. God is another way of putting it. But however you need to put it so it resonates with you, you know, that's all that matters. It resonates. The more in tune with you are with yourself, the more in tune you are with everything, with people, with things, with literally everything that you could possibly be perceiving, you know, everything. Me to you, you to me. So how do we, so if that's what magic is, again, that's my perspective of it. If magic is being so in tune with yourself, and I'll get to ceremonial magic later, like, you know, intention, concrete, how to put that, concrete intention, I'll talk about that. But first, some advice on how to increase one's own magic. The biggest thing is something I've already said, is get out of your own way. And in all spheres of your life, get out of your own way. Whether it's how you're thinking and say you're knocking yourself down for perception, or how you relate to other people. It doesn't matter what realm of life. As long as you are being positive, as long as you are being accepting and tolerant of yourself and of your energies and why you're here, and you're treating yourself with love, that's all beautiful ways to increase magic in your world, to increase in-tuneness. So that's the step one. Now, as far as ceremonial magic and how to use intention, use consciousness to bring about changes, to bring about, again, magic, if you will. You've got to first stop doubting the power of intention, your power as a being with intention. You've got to embrace the fact that we control our own realities. We are not victims. We, whether you believe in past lives or not, we create cause and effect. Karma, the law of karma, cause and effect. We do this, this happens. It's neutral. It's not good. It's not bad. It's not punishment. It's just, it is what it is. And so, if you see it through the realm of past lives, which I personally do, then it goes all the deeper. But even just seen in the perspective of this life, honestly, from my perspective, you have to see it through the realms of past lives. Well, you don't have to do anything. But to really make it make sense, because otherwise a lot of effects won't make sense as for the cause, where was the root of it. But that's a whole other thing, and that's my perspective. You don't have to believe anything that you don't want to. But even just seen in the lens of this life, seeing that when shitty things happen, getting past everything sucks, life is cruel, getting past that perspective and embracing a sense of power, a sense of, this happened, it sucks. It does, let's face it. But I'm going to get over it. It's going to be okay. I'm going to make this even better, and this experience is going to enrich me in some way or some form, in a very profound way. Once you start embracing life, instead of trying to run away from it, we've all had those times when just like, I'm alive right now, I feel trapped, life is challenging, life sucks, the very negative, depressed feelings. Once you get past that, once you embrace your personal power as an agent of cause and effect, of being able to mold your reality to how you see fit, to be happy. That's a very important part. In fact, that is magic. That really is magic in its fullest form. That is intention. That is you taking full responsibility for life and for your energies. And once you do that, then you can mold it as you see fit, I mean, we always can mold it as we see fit, but once we consciously embrace the power of intention, the power of consciousness, magic, however you want to put it, everything becomes possible. Everything. And it's really just up to us and what we choose to manifest and what we choose to put our intention towards. Law of attraction. Positivity, negativity. What you put out is what comes back to you. Boomerang. So, so some specific things. For me personally, tarot is a way of, anything is a way of embracing magic, because magic is life, intention, personal power, energies, creators, us being creators, conscious, and being able to grow, and being able to understand, and to yada yada yada, infinitely, anything is magic. It's really up to every single person to how they want to let their magic flow, if you will. For me personally, tarot is a great way, and I find that everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people find that tarot is extremely useful, and a great way of understanding the universe, understanding ourselves to understand the universe, which again is this intention put into practice, magic, yada yada yada. Spells, rituals, absolutely, because what is that? It's the same as meditation. It's intention focused. It's when you are putting aside time and effort, when you are engaged in a process that is bringing about change, bringing about growth. In what field of science is it? I don't remember. But basically, I've heard in a scientific study, I've heard it be said that when we observe something, it changes. Perfect example of intention, of consciousness at work, of the power of observation. And it's really not even observation, it's interaction, it's engagement. And so, when you are consciously engaged in something like that, engaged in a spell or a ritual, you are really just putting your personal power and, like I said, focusing it. Considering we control our reality all the time, when we're doing something like that, it's infinitely more powerful. It's like a laser beam, you know. You have all this energy, all this power, and you're just focusing it into a... me personally, I've done spells, love spells, it's very common. Success spells, anything, really. What you want to attract into your life, that's what it really is intention. Hell, man, I mean, doing a meditative session in which you're focused on good things, whether it's success or love, romantically, or friendship, or an opportunity, that's magic. Again, living is magic. Art, it's creation, it's interaction, it's engagement. So you don't even have to be meditating to do it. If you just... a thought is technically the exact same thing. An emotion. Thinking, I'm going to have a good day today, before you start your day. I don't know if there's a before, because it started, but, figuratively, before you start your day, that's, there you go. That's intention. So really, specifics don't matter. Everything could be seen as a spell. Everything is a spell. Everything is a ritual. It's really up to us to take control of our own power, our own consciousness, and direct it how we wish. There's so many tools out there. So many tools. And everything could be used as a tool. This hairbrush could be used as a tool. It's all about how you use it and why. And again, the intention. So... that's my perspective. If I think of anything else or any specific, really useful magical practices or whatever, I'll link up to this video. And yeah, that's enough for now. Okay. Namaste.